Gaming and streaming on your PC can make things run hot. Does that mean you should water cool? Let's get into that. Look, one of the main benefits of owning a PC instead of a console is that you can do so much more with it. Web browsing, video editing, content production, gaming, and streaming, all of that, even at the same time. But most important to me out of all of those is gaming and streaming. Depending on what GPU and what airflow config you have, temps can get pretty toasty.
Oh my God! Everything's on fire!
I've wanted to put my graphics card into my custom loop ever since I built my dream PC, video linked above by the way. But back then I had an RTX 2060 Super which didn't quite fit the bill for the kind of card you might want to water cool. Eventually my waiting paid off and I got an RTX 3080 Founders Edition.
Yes!
But even though in my case I have two fans in the bottom, intaking air directly into it, it's still gotten to the mid 80s Celsius.
This is not fine!
Now when your graphics card gets over 80C, specifically 82C for NVIDIA, but if you're over 80C in general, it's a little warm for the graphics card, but you start sacrificing a little bit of performance. You won't reach max boost, clocks start to come back down. It isn't necessarily thermal throttling, but you're not hitting the highest boost bins of that graphics card because it wants a lower temperature to be able to boost itself higher. So nobody wants to sacrifice performance because your graphics card is a little warm, right? So my solution to that was to finally add it into my custom loop. I got myself a Corsair XG7 3080 Founders Edition water block, the Hardware Labs Black Ice X-Flow GTS 240 with cross flow radiator, which is super nice, new tubing, new fluid, additional fittings, and we're off to the races. Time to get those temps under control. And I went with the cross flow specifically because I'm going to be putting that down here in the bottom of the case, and one of the ports is going to be here and one of the ports is going to be here, and I think that works better for this configuration. Given the current layout of the water cooling setup there, this was probably the best I could do. I wanted a 360 mil, but obviously without some massive reconfiguration that wasn't really possible. So hopefully, I mean, these are known for performing very well, all things considered. So yeah, this hopefully this is enough. I'm gonna have a 360 and a 240 in a full loop with the GPU and a CPU. I think that's plenty. And if you're wondering why I didn't put the radiator in the top, that's why. So I'm going with Kingpin KPX because it's actually pretty good thermal paste, and I've got the spread right there, got the water block there, and I think it's time to install the water block. Alright, now with the water block installed, it's time to get the radiator installed down here. So time to get this guy all up in there. Well, one thing I can't forget to do though before putting the radiator in is rinse it with really hot water. Like, you gotta shake it up. You really gotta like get it in there to loosen out any manufacturing debris that may have been left inside. So let's do that. Time to let the radiator dry out, then we can put it in.
Day 2.
Man, I don't have the fan secured yet, but whew, this was a tight fit. That fitting in the back is right up against an I/O plate, which I might remove just to make it easier. But then this one in the front is right up against the pump. Whew. A little bit of KPX for the CPU as well. Since I'm fully maintaining everything, might as well redo that thermal paste, huh? Those old nasty tubes compared to like nice shiny new tubing, eh? Nasty. Nice. All right, after running into an issue with my capture card and the tubing, I found a different fitting that changed the angle to make it fit. Now, it doesn't look the greatest from the angle you guys seeing it at, but it's not kinked, I promise. Just kind of looks weird, but overall it's fine. All the tubing has been redone, and now it's time to fill the loop. Now with everything put together and the computer back in its home spot, I gotta say, it came out nice. After I got everything up and running, I went ahead and launched some games and did some other stuff that was previously stressing the graphics card a lot. And one of those things was Call of Duty Vanguard. Valheim also does it too, actually. It pushes GPUs pretty hard despite how it looks. Now, the last time I played Vanguard multiplayer, it was getting into the 85s, 86 degrees Celsius.
85C still.
Recon plane circling the battlefield.
This is fine.
So here we are. Oh, and that's what I get for standing still. But playing Vanguard, which was getting the GPU to 85C like I mentioned. And look at that. While playing Vanguard. Been playing a while already now, and man, for a while it was holding over 2 gigahertz boost as well, so pretty good. Well, now it was like 54, 55 degrees after about half an hour of playing, which should be plenty of time. Even the CPU was running a little bit cooler, which I'm happy about, obviously. But basically a 30°C drop on the graphics card, that's awesome. So I have to say, overall, this project was a massive success. No leaks, looks good, and performs really good. What more could you ask for? When it comes to water cooling though, you need to make sure to stay on top of your maintenance routine with it, because if you don't, it can fall into a severe case of nastiness. And I show you what that's like in the video linked right over here or right over there somewhere. So if you want to see what that looks like, click one of those videos. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and that bell so you don't miss a single upload. Also, I stream to Twitch every Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/Coalition Gaming Crew. So if you want to talk more water cooling and tech, make sure you follow every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific, like I said, and let's talk tech over there. Anyways, that does it for me. I'll see you guys later.